Guns being fired across a battlefield. A reply of hot lead flies through a cloud of smoke. Men and boys alike running for their lives. Some trip over bodies left on the ground to rot. Others make it to safety. When will the fighting end? The American Civil War stands as America's bloodiest clash, with more than 620,000 deaths and millions injured. Pink and Say by Patricia Polacco is a historical fiction book about a teenage boy who has been injured during a battle against Confederate troops. Follow the journey of this Union soldier during the Civil War. Patricia Polacco is the author and illustrator of Pink and Say. This book is set during the war between the states. Her pictures help readers depict the anguish of her characters with the use of red hues. The 1800s were filled with northern and southern states disagreeing on states' rights versus federal authority, westward expansion, and slavery. By the mid-1800s, the North had an economy prosperous in manufacturing and industry. The South had an economy dependent on agriculture that was only prosperous with the labor of black slaves. Blacks and whites had very different lifestyles. Even freed blacks were not treated equally. Between the North's growing abolitionist efforts in the 1830s, the opposition to slavery in the new Western territories, and the election of an anti-slavery president, the South felt threatened. In November of 1860, Abraham Lincoln was elected President of the United States. His election led many states to secede from the Union to form the Confederacy. The Civil War was fought from 1861 to 1865. A nation had been divided between North and South. Union and Confederate soldiers died fighting for what they believed in. This war divided land, neighbors, and even families. As this 4-year war continued, many houses were ruined. The majority of battles were fought in the South. These battles destroyed farmland, which caused many problems for farmers to grow their crops. White Southern owners treated slaves very poorly. Men, women, and children were tired of this treatment. They were willing to stand up and fight for their freedom. As a military strategy, President Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation in 1863 that freed slaves in the southern states. This led to an increase of blacks joining the Union military efforts. Many African Americans wanted to fight in the Civil War. What motivated people like Pink to fight in this bloody battle? Who did Pink befriend on his journey for freedom? What happened to this friendship as the war continued? Read Pink and Say to discover what happened to this young man fighting for his rights.